I grew up homeschooled, and then when I got to higher education, most people were 10 to 15 years older than me, so I've spent a lot of my life socially out of sync. Welcome back to Puzzled, where every week I chat about a topic while either playing a puzzle game or working on a jigsaw puzzle. Today I'm doing more unpacking, as you can see here. Hopefully. Yeah, it's recording. And today we have a very sleepy guest, a very sleepy Luna. All right, so we're going to continue unpacking, and today I want to talk about how hard it is to make friends as an adult. I'm in the wrong save file. There we go. All right. I'm not saying homeschooling is bad, but I am saying that it does have an effect, or did have an effect, on how my friendships were shaped. And it wasn't only homeschooling, it's also kind of how my household was growing up. I mentioned in the previous episode that I was growing up in a very religious family, and I was raised in a very religious family. Christian media, especially 90s Christian media, which yes, I grew up with 90s Christian media, even though I'm a early 2000s kid. That media had kids from school or kids from any social thing actually being bad people and being people you need to watch out for and people you need to proselytize to, and that kind of made me scared of making friends and made me scared of being social whatsoever, because I was afraid that they might be a bad influence on me and I couldn't get too attached in case I'd find something out about them, Okay, now I'm going to talk about the game a little bit. It looks like I'm moving in with someone. Oh yeah. I think I'm moving in with someone. Maybe a boyfriend? 'Cause there's some really boring clothes in here. Actually, the apartment itself is really boring too. It's very bleak. A lot of the friendships available to me growing up were either my siblings, friends. Why can't I close this drawer? There we go. There were my siblings, friends, church community overlap, basically family adjacent friendships. I did not have classes of my own where I would branch out and meet people. Throughout elementary school, I was kind of grouped in with my my two closest siblings to my age. We did all classes together. So I never completely felt comfortable reaching out and making friends. Oh, you gotta have this under the pillow. That's classic. And throw the DS under the pillow. Ooh, art stuff. Of course, it's dull, boring colors. Man, this person's a bad influence on me. Why am I moving in with him? Wow. Oh, postcards. Dull as heck, bro. Wow. I remember seeing weights out in the living room. I should put these weights with the weights in the living room. Oh, there's a match. There we go. And there's another match. And another match. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, wow. Fancy dress. I think the star underwear is mine. Wait, no. Wait. All the underwear in the boxes are mine because I'm the one moving in. Okay, you know what? I'm taking all the boyfriend's clothes down. He can deal with this. I'm annoyed by his lack of sense of fashion. So he's gonna learn from it. Learn to have better fashion, bro. Yep, this is all his shirts. This is all his pants. Okay, it's not all of his pants. This is all his pants. There. Yeah, have fun being down there. Also, here's your ties. Just shove everything down there. Gotta leave me room to breathe, man. Alright. My PJs. I could hang up all my shirts. And all my pants. Well, let me just get everything out of the box first. These are nice slacks. These are nice skirts. Shoes. Oh, hanger. Another nice skirt. Very nice blouse. Ooh, diploma. Workout stuff will go in the living room. It's a skirt hanger. Yep, there we go. Skirt hangers. Man, this guy didn't know how to sort. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna get back to talking. So, friends. Bad at making friends, etc. That's what this is all about. As you can probably tell from how I'm acting right now, I'm bad at speaking my mind in general, which has an effect on meeting people. Effect. It has an effect on meeting new people. Okay, I am going to fold up my pajamas at the very least. Workout stuff goes in the living room. Oh goodness. So the family adjacent friends, they were never really my age, but it was a good experience because I've learned to get along with people who are older than me, and that's definitely been useful in the rest of my life because I for some reason I'm constantly finding myself not around people my age, like ever. And it's kind of funny and it's kind of sad, but it's just how life is for me. This goes in the bedroom. These chickens go on the bed. Okay, a lot of games. We don't have room for all these games. We have so many games. So many books too, good grief. Okay. These books seem similar. I think these are art books. That one definitely is right there. Journals go here. Ooh, a D&D book. That should be reachable. Another D&D book, another D&D book. Yeah, that'll go there. Ooh, I have a GameCube. So that was a lot of growing up. You know, I grew up with people around me. I didn't grow up lonely, but I didn't really grow up with peers. I never really had the experience of being surrounded by people my age, my stage in life, going through exactly what I'm going through. Didn't really ever happen. The only time that ever happened was a very short stint during high school, and that was right before COVID. And so that messed it all up. Then right after COVID, graduated high school, and everyone went to college and moved, and I don't really keep up with any of them anymore. I really only have like 2 or 3 friends, and then a lot of acquaintances that I'm too scared to call friends, I guess. That's one thing that we're never taught, is what is a friend? When are you comfortable calling someone a friend? When does it go from acquaintance to friend? That's just... It's just really weird. And it's weird with some of my siblings too, because it's like, they're so much older than me, but I really love hanging out with them and I consider them friends. But should I consider their friends my friends? Because I'll often be invited to things where I will hang out with their friends and with them. And, you know, it's just so weird because I'm not in the same stage of life. Oh, Luna's so cute right now. I'm gonna put the salt and pepper in the cupboard where they go. Oh, come on, man. Okay, dude. You're new to this whole living thing, aren't you? Measuring spoons, spices. Ooh, postcard. Crock pot, pot, colander, bottle. We'll go with his bottle, I guess. Oh yeah. Let's put the vinegar and oil up here. Actually, let's put the vinegar and oil next to the stove, next to the stove. This coffee maker and then this grinder. They'll go next to each other. This, I don't feel like we even used this. That's probably why it was up here. Because if you got a fancy French press, or sorry, not French press, espresso maker, you're not gonna, you know, I'm not speaking for everyone there, but myself, if I ever had an espresso machine, that's all I would use. I would not make normal coffee ever again. Imagine having money. Couldn't be me. So, what did friendship look like to me when I was young, realistically? I was always scared to call people friends, and part of that's from the whole Christian media thing growing up, where, you know, you got to be careful about who you spend time with and who your influences are, and that is, you know, that's fair, that's true, that's a true thing. You should be aware of the people around you. You shouldn't be worried and scared about it, but you should be aware about the people you spend time with and if they are a good influence on you or not. But I think for some reason I internally took that to the extreme, and it caused me to have not an anxiety, because I've always been outgoing. I've always been a very outgoing person, and I've never been scared to talk to people, but I've been scared to like establish that they are a friend, or like put that quote unquote label on it, which, you know, it isn't a label, and you know that and I know that, but little me didn't know that. I found friends being a very serious thing, and so I was scared whenever it might happen. Oh, I got medicine. It should be reachable. Okay. I could put the curling iron in the sink. That would be horrible, but I could. Got a shirt. Goes in here. Oh, come on, man. I'll put that underneath, I guess, and then that right there, and okay. Kitchen. Okay, where does this go? Oh. It's kind of awkward. I want it to look nice in here. Okay, you know what? This will go on there. This will go right there. That works. That works. Let's go in the bedroom. Well, I'm confused. Is this supposed to go on a shelf? Oh, yep. I've already been recording for 22 minutes, wow. Alright, let's watch the replay while I talk. It feels so serious moving into this place. Into his place. Yeah, so it is moving in with a boyfriend. No, too slow. So, I felt like I missed out on a lot growing up because I didn't grow up with the same media other people did. Growing up with 90s media while everyone else was kind of keeping up with stuff. Even friends at church and homeschool, you know, they seemed like they knew what was going on. And so I didn't really have social connection to people regarding pop culture and stuff like that until high school, or like later on into high school. And I was aware of this, But it's one of those things where when you're a kid, you kind of internalize things as your own fault. Like, I wasn't embarrassed about... I made it my own thing, you know, like, I always acted as if I didn't want to watch those movies or I didn't want to play those games, when in reality I just wasn't allowed to. But since everyone else was doing it, I didn't want to say that my parents kept me from doing stuff. It felt easier to say that I just didn't want to do that stuff. I don't know what that says about me. I'll dig into that some other time. But I don't think I understand what I missed out on until I became an adult and realized how much I have to, and realize I have to build friendships so intentionally now. Looking back and seeing how easy it could have been, and friends I made through musical theater and through co-op and stuff, and didn't exchange contact info with them, and now I don't want to retroactively do that because I'm like, they probably forgot about me or might find it weird. Wow, the kitchen percussion is going crazy. So there is kind of an internal grief about feeling behind socially. I do understand that I'm not the only one who has had this exact experience growing up with these different patterns. Like, there's plenty of people who grew up in a similar situation as me and are currently in a similar situation as me. Doesn't make it hurt less. I just know that I'm not alone. But I feel like everyone else somehow learned friendship in a phase, like an entire growing up phase that I missed. And I also kind of slightly regret doing a trade school instead of a traditional college, because I didn't have the forced repetition and community that come with being in a college, with classes, dorms, random hangouts, like stuff like that. I was doing a once a week trade school essentially, and we'd have some study days outside of that, but it wasn't as community focused as traditional colleges. And you hear a lot of people talk about, you know, college being kind of scammy and being super expensive and all that stuff. But I think the real thing that you learn in college is who's important to you and making the friends. And that's what I missed out on. And now I'm 22 years old with, like, no friends my age. Back to the game. It looks like... What is this? Did I get old and have kids? Whoa, that's a big house. Why can't I go to the other rooms? I can only go to one of the bathrooms and one of the beds. Everything here is so kiddish. Did I like move back? Did I break up and move back with my parents? I think that might be the case. Postcards. Alright, I'll put these up top, these books, because I don't care about them as much. I'll put my D&D books here, because those are important. Well, good thing I got my colorful art stuff back. The guy I was with before was a lame-o. Hot water bottle. Put these by the bed. Yeah, I'll stick the postcards in there. Throw that up there. Oh, my diploma. Alright, the rest of my art stuff. Alright, in the bathroom. Ooh. Do I have like chronic pain or something? Because there's a lot more medicine and stuff showing up. Am I a disabled person and did he dump me because I'm a disabled person? What a piece of junk. I hate him, whoever he is. Human garbage. Inhuman garbage. Alright, that box is empty. What's wrong in here? Oh. Let's hide this in a drawer. Picture of him and me together. Oh, I can't put that in there. Oh, in here. There we go. This room used to feel bigger. Yeah, did. My sister and I used to fight over this bathroom. Oh, I'm getting near the end of the book. I think I'm gonna make this a two-parter. I think I'm gonna make the friendship episode a two-parter. So this is gonna be the end of the first part, kind of leading up into, I'm gonna talk about, next episode I'm gonna talk about how it was like at school, what that's kind of done for me from then on. And then what I'm going to try to do going forward. So the end of this episode, I don't really have anything to say. I don't really have a conclusion because I'm saving that for the next one. It was all going to be one episode, but I wasn't able to stick it all in here together. Thank you for watching this episode. If you resonated with any of the things I said, make sure to leave a comment and kind of talk about your experience being an adult trying to make friends. And also give me some topic ideas because I'm kind of running out of topics. I have a few more in my back pocket, but then I'm going to be out. So I'd like to know what you guys want to hear me talk about next. I might even try to make this turn into a live advice show where if I get enough comments and enough questions, we can like work through them together. I'm even thinking about live streaming Puzzled, but I haven't quite gotten enough traction for that yet. That's something to look forward to though. If you're interested in that, get more people in here watching, send this to people, and then maybe we can do that together. I need your help though. But anyway, I hope this episode has left you a little less puzzled.